Cooper Davis Buttonberger is not actually a human being. He and Kat are Siamese twins, born conjointed to the back of their heads before they were surgically removed from each other. That's why their heads look different from the other characters in the show. Kat's mother was pregnant with two kittens, but she noticed that her kittens was born conjointed. So she also noticed that there was a good twin and a bad twin. And she couldn't help but having an evil twin, so she had to give one up. She chose to keep Kat, thinking that Kat was a good twin, and realizing it, unfortunately, he's actually the bad twin. The commander's soldiers abducted a woman in the 70s and implanted the good twin inside of the woman's stomach and took her back home and flew away, leaving her to think of what just happened. One day she became pregnant with Coop, who was morphified into a human being due to the umbilical cord and the amount of blood cells inside the woman. Then she gives birth to him, and because of the family matters, she left the man to reveal himself to Bert Burtenberger, who was an alcoholic before he went to rehab. The reason Kid and Coop always bicker and fight because Kat was just jealous of Coop having the spotlight back on Earth. While he does nothing but cause trouble like the bad twin he is, until he got an idea to turn the tables, Kat would be the good twin, while Coop gets to be the bad twin. Even though Coop doesn't have the cybernetic hairless skin, and he does have 3 natural hearts, 1 mechanical stomach, which explains why he ate so much, 2 motherboards connected to the brains, and a mechanical left eye. I know whether both of his eyes were mechanical or not, but he hasn't learned to perform his powers yet because of the abortion. There was no other alien cat to teach him how to do his powers, and no one to contact. He became lost in the human world, not knowing he is actually a high-evolved Sphinx cat. But that is because he did the same healing factor, which he did not notice. Bert and everyone in Bootsville doesn't believe that Kat is an alien and definitely not know that Coop was one as well. Even if they knew that, they would immediately freak. Nowadays, Coop likes to spend his free time with his skateboard, and he is also into skateboarding, soccer, and just hanging out with his friends, particularly Dennis, Lauren, Harley, and Fiona. All of these changes were when he was forced to try to defend Earth from Kat's schemes. But of course, Coop attends school with Dennis and is capable student with his grades that tend to both rise and fall depending on the option situations at home. He does try and study and finish his homework quickly due to having to fend off Kat and avoid getting into trouble. Coop's life at home usually involves confrontation with Millie or Kat. This leads to the construction of a tree fort in the backyard, in order for Coop to put some distance between them. Though there were times where everyone can appear to get along, such moments that are peace typically short-lived. Coop and Bert got along very well, but as they have a strong relationship, based on similar interests and Bert's own understanding of what life as a 11-year-old boy is like, Coop is shown to care deeply for his adopted dad, and he has followed his directions almost every time. Coop's younger sister Millie regards her brother as somewhat of a nuisance, blaming him for everything and everything that she can. While the moments where the two siblings can get along, they are few and far between. Millie thinks that Kat is important to the family due to the fact that Kat is supposed to be cared by the whole family. Dennis is one with his few aliens against the combined forces of Kat. Millie and the old lady Munson, like Coop. Dennis is also Kat's true identity, and together he and Coop do their best to play and best to fool the aliens' evil schemes. Since they were young, Coop and Dennis would have done everything together. They enjoyed the same hobbies and interests, and they're both big fans of Captain Blastoid. Coop had a crush on Fiona since they met, and it seems that she had a crush on him as well, seeing that she admits her liking for Coop. Coop probably does not know that, but Aunt Beatrix, her trailer, creeps him out. And she seems a bit odd to him, and even based on their reactions, he seems to have been at her place a lot. Coop doesn't like Kat's girlfriend that much because he doesn't trust her, due to the fact that she doesn't see him as a good twin, because she thinks of Kat's the good twin since they're the twins' birth. She also helped Coop and his friends escape from Kat's Nabala. Despite the many hardships with Kat, he sometimes, rarely, cares for Kat, and would actually think that Kat was a cute little kitty if he didn't know that Kat was actually an alien. Even if that was the case, then he probably would know that both characters are twin brothers, and all along still has that brotherly love with him. Maybe I'm second guessing myself. I generally don't have a clue. And one of these days, Coop will finally know the truth, and the question remains, how will they react if they finally saw that Coop was the soulless, feline boogie cat that he was? But most of all, will Coop ever react? Would he react badly, or be thankful that he had some purpose behind it? Those questions today remains a mystery. Alright, that was The Disturbing Truth Behind Kid vs. Cat, a creepypasta, well, Fury pasta, to be fair, that's what it is, written by TheDarkCat97. My final thoughts on the story? I actually quite like this Fury. I'm going to be completely honest when I say this. I actually really like this Fury. I actually thought that it was a pretty interesting Fury behind Kid versus Cat. You know, why Cat is like the evil villain and Coop is trying to fight it. I mean, having it being that there were conjoined twins at birth and one is the good twin, the other becomes the evil one. I mean, that honestly is definitely something that I kind of actually had a feeling that that would be the case or something. Like, I mean, a Fury like this honestly makes it more sense. I mean, take it, I haven't watched Kid vs. Cat in a long time. I believe the last time I watched it, well, was like years ago, but I don't remember. But this story honestly was very believable in a sense on Kid versus Cat. I actually found this to be a very believable story, especially with the whole concept of its own self. I honestly thought that this one actually provides pretty good detail for how this story would go out. Now, I really do find that this story actually provided a really good explanation as to why certain things happen. I mean, I could honestly see that this actually were to become the case. So, yeah, I think that's probably just what I have to say. But I honestly have to say, Dark Cat, this story was honestly believable, but I really enjoyed how well made this story really was, especially with the whole concept. And the time and effort in this story, too, is just absolutely amazing. I really do like the fact that you put your time and effort into this story. This story actually is, I could see this being the case of, why Kid and Cat are, I don't know, basically hate each other. I mean, that's actually a very good Fury. I mean, I've seen other Kid versus Cats Furies that people have talked about, but this one, I would have to say, I could see this one being the most accurate one ever. But yet again, how why Kid and Cat don't like each other, I mean, the real reason, that's gonna be a mystery for a long time, unfortunately, because we don't really know much. I do appreciate the concept of this Fury. It's not a coma Fury or anything like that. Not like those cliche startups of how the Fury went out. Not cliche Furies, but I could definitely say this honestly would be a very most disturbing story that I've came across. I mean, I've came across other ones as well, but this one I could definitely see that as a believable one at that. I definitely have to say it's believable, and I can honestly see people picturing this to be the case. Yet again, I'm gonna definitely say, Dark Cat, awesome job with this story. You really did a great job with this story. Just as I like Kid versus Cat, the split personality story, this one honestly is a very good Fury. I definitely would have to say, awesome work. And I have to say, you did a really great job with this story. Now, anyways, that being said, like I'm just gonna say, I don't see anything wrong with this story or anything because this is just a really good Fury. It's perfect for how it is. Maybe if there was a flaw in the story or something, maybe someone could point it out in the comments section. If you do happen to see a flaw in the story when you heard me narrate it, maybe comment in the comments below. Maybe because I think I might have spotted a flaw but couldn't really put my finger on it. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, I know I haven't been able to, pre-record some stories, past couple days. I mean, very rarely cuz I've just been finding, trying to find some good creepypastas to read and I hadn't had any luck finding some good ones. I mean, I found some good ones that look good. But anyways, um, like I'm gonna say, this is just simply my own personal opinion. You happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas. This is just my own personal thoughts. Oh, and my final rating of this story is definitely a 10 out of 10. Awesome Fury. Really have to say it is accurate to why how the characters hate each other. I mean, this is actually a really good Fury, and I could actually picture this being, very accurate. Although the although Disney XD wouldn't really, show that, but yet again, I mean Disney is really does a lot of different things at times, even weird stuff too. Anyways, what did you guys think about this story? Did you all enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what have you have done person to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell when I upload so that way you guys won't miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.